What's up, guys? Today we have a sub-ohm tank review for you guys. We are finally going to be reviewing the Uwell Crown. Some of you might be saying, Rungad, why the heck are you reviewing the Crown now? The Crown's been out forever. We all know about the Crown. But you'd be surprised. I keep getting messages like, dude, review the Crown. You've got the Hercules Plus up there. We want to see the Crown. So I'm going to review it. I've got a few. They're what I use. When I have, a good-sized sub-ohm tank on, the Crown's what I grab. I'm happy with it. So let's walk through it. So the Crown's put out by Uwell. It's available in black, stainless steel, and this rose gold. When we do the breakdown video, I'm going to be using a black Crown. But this is obviously the rose gold. I've got a third eye drip tip on there. I will show you what the drip tip that comes with the Crown looks like in the close-up video. But I'm just a big fan of third eye. So I always throw it on my Crowns and most other sub-ohm tanks I use just because it provides such a better vaping experience. But love the flavor production. Love the cloud production. It's a winner. Let's break it down. I'm going to show you what it looks like. I'm going to walk you through taking it apart, putting it back together in the coils. So yeah, let's go up close. Take a look. So here we go, guys. This is the black. I was obviously vaping on the rose gold, which I like. It's got to be with the right mod, but this is the black, and this is my favorite color. Goes with everything, obviously. Nice packaging by Uwell. Tells you what coils are included. I've never seen a 1.2 included, which I'm fine with. I don't use them. Mine have all had the 0.15, the 0.25, and the 0.5, which I like. But pretty neat packaging. This yellow part just slips off here. It says Crown underneath. Opens up from the side. You got your 22 millimeter Crown tank. We'll break that down here in a second. Uwell Crown, very nice look. I've never experienced any machine oil or anything like that with these. I've never had to clean one. I just fill it up and vape it. No weird taste, no anything. So I'm always a fan of that. Get an Addy stand here. And we've got replacement glass, which comes in all. People seem to need these all the time for all their different tanks. I've never used one in any tank. Knock on wood. I don't have any wood. There's some wood over here. Let me knock on it. I've just never broke the glass, but I'm glad they do. Always include that just in case. Oh, we're knocking over tanks here. So then these extra coils, what I like is they come with these little like rubber condom covers. Pretty cool. Keeps it protected. This one is the 0.25. This is used if you can't tell. I just took it apart for you guys. So it's a 0.25 coil. Does this one, let me see. This doesn't list the watts, but they're available. I vape them both right around 70 and don't have any problems whatsoever. I know you can take both 0.25 and the 0.5 up quite a bit higher. This is the 0.15. That's a nickel 200. That's, you can crank that baby up to get it in stainless in temperature control mode, which is pretty cool. I don't utilize TC very much. I'm always in power mode, so not a big issue for me. But I love that they give all three, so you can kind of play around, see what works for you, see what doesn't. Pretty neat that Uwell does that, because that's three different. You can kind of experience everything they have to offer. You pull this out, and this I love. Every package I've got has presented a fair amount, 2 of every single O-ring that comes in the tank. That's a part of the tank. I absolutely love that. I love these backups. The more you use it, you might get to a point where you need to replace some of those O-rings, especially if you take it apart and clean it a lot like I do. I like to maximize flavor, so I like my tanks to be clean. I tend to go through some O-rings from time to time. But let's take this tank apart. First thing that I love about the Crown, and most mid-range tanks, or that's a 510. So if we want to take the, as an example, on this rose gold one I've been using, I have this Third Eye. Shout out to Third Eye. I absolutely, once you go Third Eye, you'll never go back. I love it, but that'll fit flush right in there. I think these look amazing on the crown just because they fit perfectly in that little indentation. I absolutely love that. I am a huge Third Eye fan, so that's always a selling point for me. It's a completely different vape experience. I love it. But yeah, that 510 fits right in there. There's O-rings on that connection, which backups are included in the package. It is a top fill tank, and it's a good top fill tank. You see those holes? Those are nice size holes. My glass strippers fit right down in there. I probably will not be reviewing the Uwell Raphael, however you want to say it. Everybody's saying it differently. Just because I think it was a junk device. And if I get my hands on one, I might review it just so you guys can see why I think it's junk. But the top fill was horrendous. It had these two little holes on each side that you had to, it was impossible with the glass stripper. You'd fill one side, it'd come out the other. Like, it was just not a fan of it at all. But pretty cool. You have that awesome, it's a 4 milliliter e-liquid capacity. So you're not going to be refilling it every freaking time you turn around, which is kind of nice. It's not huge, but it's definitely not small. I really like that. So let's take this completely apart as I throw everything around. So that's pretty nice. This middle part is all one piece, which I like. I mean, you can get that glass off there if you absolutely need to, or if you want to clean it, but I don't mess with this because this is pretty easy to clean as it is, as long as you don't break that glass. I don't like to mess up any contact points. I don't have to. But pretty neat, pretty solid, and I think that's what helps the crown from breaking, because you do have these solid contact points. Then you're going to have your coil in here. I have the 0.5 in currently. It's actually pretty much all I use on the crown. The 0.5 works pretty well for me. So good 510 there. You're not going to have any problems with this 510 in your regulated devices. I only use my crowns on regulated devices. I'm not someone who's going to risk putting any type of tank on any mech or any hybrid. I'm just not that guy. So let's put this back together and I will show you the airflow. Obviously on a new coil you're always going to, get it a little wet on each hole. I get it a wet around the inside. And then once you fill that tank, let it sit for a little bit just so it can really suck up the juice throughout the coil. You don't want to start off wrong by killing your coil from the get-go by not letting it saturate. So not a big deal. Real easy to take apart, real easy to clean, real easy to put back together. Absolutely love that. Rinse them out. Once you take it apart, rinse them out, soak them in some water. Doesn't take a whole lot to get real clean. So we'll see if we can get a good angle on this, but this airflow control snaps, clicks one at a time. So you can close it off, and then once it starts opening, it'll start snapping again, and you can go all the way to wide open. Very nice airflow on both sides. I absolutely love the airflow on this. I get the perfect amount. It allows for great flavor. I would still say, and I know some people are going to disagree with me on this, I think the Heracles Plus has better flavor than the Crown. Not by much. They're both excellent flavor tanks, but the Heracles Plus leaking issues, I just can't put up with them. I had half a dozen of them. A couple of them were good, but I'd say four out of the 6 were just leak monsters. When I switched to the Crown, I've never had that problem again. I mean, you'll get condensation buildup here, you'll get condensation buildup around the top, but it's easy to wipe and you're done. There's no major leakage, which I'm a huge fan of. So that's why I've stuck with the Crown. I haven't gone back. I really like that it doesn't leak. It's perfect size. 4 millimeters fine. 4 milliliters is fine for me. The 22 millimeter Addy bottom, it just sits flush on most devices. Looks good, feels good, vapes good, tastes good, and it chucks. Better cloud production on the Crown than the Heracles Plus for sure. At least in my opinion. So, I'm not going to break this down too much further. One thing I will show you before we go up front and vape on it and talk on it, this is your coil packs. They come 4 in a box. They're pretty affordable too. I'll have links in the description. Most shops you can get a Crown, you know, $35 to $45. Online you can get them maybe cheaper. I'll have a couple links in there. But tanks are always a good way to support your local shop since it isn't that big of an expense. And, you know, they're going to be able to walk you through any usage if you're not familiar with sub-ohm tanks already, which is pretty cool. But, yeah, let's take you up top. We'll vape on that rose gold one a little more, and we'll talk about it, and we'll send you on your way. So, guys, that's the Crown by Uwell. Serious cloud chucker for a sub-ohm tank. So, yeah, not much to it. You guys saw the breakdown. I really dig the Crown. If you're deciding between like the Heracles Plus and the Crown, I would say the Crown. A little less flavor, but still a ton, and it chucks clouds. You can work it up pretty hard with pretty high without abusing it too much. Online, these are going for 25 to 30 bucks. In store, you're going to pay 35, 45. I've seen them upwards of 50. But tanks are a pretty cool way to support your local shop as well if they are fair priced. I like going in there. You know, they'll walk you through how to use it if you don't already know. And it's just a great way to support your local shop. So if you are getting a Crown, consider buying it there. If you have one already, I know you love it. If you do have one, tell me what you like. Tell me what you don't like in the comments. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Tell me what to do different. And as always, if you love the video, subscribe. I had no idea this would become what it has. It's amazing getting stuff in left and right. We have quite a few more reviews coming up this week. I'm going to be working pretty hard for you guys because I have so much to do. I don't want a lot of these companies to be waiting. So, yeah, but Crown, big winner in my book. Even with the Rafale out, I still say the Crown. I don't like the top fill on that Rafale. And Uwell attempted something, but the Crown was good. Stick with the Crown. So yeah, if you're on the border, go out and get one. You will not be disappointed. I love it. And get that third eye. Oh my gosh. You'd think I was like advertising for them, but I'm not. You can't really get discounts on these. So I buy them at a local shop for 20 bucks or something. But yeah, Uwell Crown, big winner. As always, guys, vape on.